के प्रदाता, हे स्नेह शक्ति दाता, अव्यक्त बाप दादा सादर पधारिए।
जो दिल से बाबा कहते हैं उनको सदा सहज दिल में बाबा द्वारा वार्धक्य प्राप्ति, खुशी और शक्ति मिलती है। और जो नातीज जिनके परमाणु सिर्फ दिमाग अच्छा होने के कारण नॉलेज में बाबा बाबा शब्द कहते हैं, उनको उस समय बोलने में अपने को भी खुशी होती और सुनने वालों को भी उस समय तक खुशी होती, अच्छा लगता। लेकिन सदा काल के लिए दिल में खुशी और शक्ति दोनों वो सदा नहीं, लेकिन कभी रहती कभी नहीं रहती। क्यों? दिल से बाबा ने कहा तो बाप दादा ने देखा कि बालकपन का निश्चय सभी को है, नशा कभी है कभी नहीं। बाबा की है ये निश्चय, इसमें मेजॉरिटी बाल तो हो ही, सिर्फ बालक नहीं हो, बालक सो मालिक डबल है, तो मालिक बन एक स्वराज अधिकारी मालिक, और दूसरा बाप के सर्व खजानों को अपना बनाकर मेरा वर्षा है, मेरा दादा बाप है, बाप ने दिया कि आप वर्षे के मालिक हो, मिला है सबको वर्षा, मिला है।
प्यारे अपने परम धाम को छोड़कर प्रेम में नेम अपने सभी तोड़कर आप बाबा
Om Shanti. Use every treasure in a worthwhile way and become an embodiment of success, an example of being karmateet. In order to teach practical actions, the soul of Brahma, who has taken the complete 84 births, has become an instrument, becoming free from the bondage of karma, fulfilling all relationships, being in the body, and yet being stable in the bodiless stage, becoming free from the bondages of the body, being absorbed in the stage of being lost in love, using every new penny in a worthwhile way. Sakar Brahma became an instrument in his practical life. A soul who was in the bondage of karma became an example of being karmateet. So follow the Father. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today's day 9. Use every treasure in a worthwhile way and become an embodiment of success. Today's topic, an example of being karmateet. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Karmateet, right? We are absent only when there is some bondage of karma, right? But everyone is present and you are able to make time so regularly, punctually. So Baba's blessings to each one of you. Baba wants us to have a good experience of being a child and master. It's very interesting the way Baba is saying. Of course, we all are very much aware of our life of being a child. We always remember I am Baba's child. Baba is my father, teacher and Sadguru. And then, but he wants us to be master, not in golden age, but here. And that also, one is the master of Baba's all treasures. Baba's is ocean of love, ocean of peace, ocean of knowledge, many, many treasures. So Baba said, as a child, you have right on all these treasures. So that means what we have to do. One is, of course, what my efforts are, but other is when you are not able to make effort, still remind yourself that I can claim right on this treasure of happiness, of peace, of joy. And secondly, Baba said, at confluence age, you are masters, that is self-sovereignty. Before, like, no sense organ or physical organ was in our control. But now we are self-sovereigns. It's not that organs or the body is controlling the soul, but it's the soul who is controlling the body. We get the inheritance, but still we have to experience that inheritance in practical. So it's a very, very beautiful Murli, which we revise little bit every day. Become the example of being karmateet. Karma, actions, atit means free or beyond. So Baba is saying, in order to reach practical actions, the soul of Brahma, who has taken complete 84 births, has become an instrument. It must have been beautiful births in whole cycle that in the last birth also, he was able to claim the soul of Brahma has taken complete 84 births, has become an instrument. Generally, they say, how can one who had been in the household for so many years has become karmateet? So becoming free from the bondage of karma. Generally, because of attachment, body consciousness, every action we do is like a bondage. But then again, I was saying, he was an example in fulfilling all the relationships. He had wife and children and all the relationships. But he did well with all the relationships. So that's what I was saying. He was free from the bondage of karmas, but also he was able to sustain the family, the Lokik family. So Baba is saying, fulfilling all the relationships, being in a body, and yet being able to be bodiless stage. While in body, being bodiless. If you are not in body, you are already in bodiless stage. So being absorbed in the stage, of being lost in love, using every new penny in a worthwhile way. Sakar Brahma became an instrument in his practical life. A soul who was in the bondage of karma became an example of being karmateet. So follow the Father. Look at each step Baba is saying. First is, am I free from the bondage of karmas? All these reasons, we cannot be free, we cannot do Baba's service, we cannot fulfill whatever Baba wants us to do. One of the reasons is bondage of karmas. So our homework is to check step by step and see how much you are able to do and find the method to do it. Daddy always used to say, be karmateet and do service being karmateet. Bodiless, but use body in that stage. So it's not I have to reach to a stage, but I have to play my part while being in that stage. So let's check it. Right. Okay. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti, what do you mean?
It was very nice being with you all yesterday at Shanti Stam. It was very powerful. And although it coincided to some degree with having breakfast here, one of the first times at least everybody ate in silence, which was nice.
But new experience, right?
A new experience. Yeah, we didn't want to miss it. Yeah. Oh, so many things to do with yesterday's Mohini Didi. And for me, it was an interesting juxtaposition of the child and the master, because one would normally think that that the child comes from the heart and the master comes from, you know, the master knows everything, the master is authoritative. But according to what Baba was saying, I flipped it, and it seems to me that it is the master. You become the master on the basis of love.
Mm.
You know, the child can be moody and what have you, but the stability of the master. So Baba spoke about people saying Baba from the heart and people saying Baba from the knowledge, from a head full of knowledge. So tell me about the mastery, the love that's needed to be the master.
Mhm. Actually, everything, when, let's say I have to be self-sovereign, no, you cannot forcefully control your organs, right? Don't speak, just be quiet, right? But other is that, oh, my innate quality is silence. There is sweetness in silence. It is in silence I can connect with Baba. It's like you have beautiful feelings for silence. You're doing it with a lot of love. So I think that master will have to have love. Master has love, one thing, but will have to have love. You know, so I think that whether it is becoming self-sovereign or claiming all the treasures from Baba, because that's another kind of being master. Now, Baba, you know, we always should think, how is Baba giving us the teachings with so much love as a master, right? As an authority. So if what Baba gives us, the way Baba gives us, we have to do something same, right? Baba never have a, you know, stick in the hand and say, study, otherwise you will be beaten. No, it is sweet children, lovely children. Every time he speaks so sweetly. So it's a practical example we all have to follow, right?
Right. And is there, you know, is there maybe a graduation or a gradation in, you know, love, that there's the baby stage of love and there's the mature stage of love. And so how do I go from the baby stage of love, you know, to that mature stage of love?
I think that as we grow, we feel responsibility.
Okay.
Or we want to be a good example. So when you want to be a good example, you have to be a little bit more attentive, right?
Okay.
Serious to whatever you're doing. And also you become responsible for your actions and for your attitude, everything. So love changes into responsibility. Love changes into respect. Love changes into trust. So that is making you master, you know.
That's
A child
nice.
can speak in any way, but
Yes.
when you are growing, you know, you have to be respectful, you have to be polite, you have to use appropriate words. Everything comes, you know, as you're growing mature and master, right?
Mm-hmm. And then that I know that the love is that mature love, that it's not just the simplicity of, say, bhavna, that it's not just bhavna, but that there's something more to it, no?
Yeah, definitely, because it's not something which is satisfying emotions, but it is
Okay.
more like, love actually is something giving you, like you're filling your treasures. Love makes you feel the master of all the treasures.
Mm-hmm.
That is the master in both ways, self-sovereignty, but also, claiming all the virtues, all the treasures of Baba, all the powers, all the virtues. And
Mm-hmm.
so I like it very much about taking all inheritance, which actually you claim on very first day, but
Mm-hmm. Right.
you are not master of
No.
inheritance, right? Because you don't know what to do, but
Mm-hmm.
keep learning, your worthiness is increasing. So you keep taking it more and more, and then you keep giving more and more. So maturity, being sensible, you know. So all that makes us master.
Mm. Baba's love is full of patience, isn't it?
That's true.
And in the Aviac signal, I was caught by this thing about Brahma Baba being absorbed in the stage of being lost in love. Is there, you think there's a difference in his experience of being lost in love? Because for all the rest of us, first there's the image, there's the instrument, there's Brahma Baba, there's the mother, and then there's Shiv Baba. But that wasn't there for Brahma Baba. So what made his different? What was...
But Brahma Baba must have experienced from Shiv Baba the love of parents, love of teacher and Sadguru. And because of that experience, he was able to give through him, he became instrument. If he wouldn't have experienced, how will he give?
Yeah.
How his drishti, Baba's drishti has so much love. As Baba said, even eyes became very moist.
Yeah.
So that means he's experiencing Shiva Baba's love that much, right? And because of that, he is able to give. So actually, Shiva Baba must be giving everything to Brahma Baba, right?
Yeah.
And whatever he received, then he gave us. First was godly intoxication. I am God's child. Then I am God's chariot. I am God's instrument. I am at God's service. You can hear all what he was speaking, he was experiencing. Right?
And
It's
so,
different,
yeah.
different
No, go
for
ahead.
us. We like to see things and then learn. Like Brahma Baba became example. So we
Exactly.
learned. But there was no example in front of
Exactly.
Shiva, in front of Brahma Baba.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Is that what made him number one?
yeah. And the wisdom he was able to take and the qualities of God. I don't think Brahma Baba was what he became, what he expressed after Shiva Baba using his chariot. Completely different people, different personality, right?
Looking
Amazing.
at it,
Yeah. It's really amazing to think about even all that. When I'm thinking, I'm just feeling that how he must have directly taken from Shiv Baba.
really, really, that is what makes his experience unique and makes him number one. And so, from where we are, not having physically been with him, then of course we see the master, we see the mother, we see the father. But tell me, in what way was Brahma Baba the child?
In what way?
Yeah.
Because when Shiv Baba first must have told him, like through him he's speaking. But even if not, he's only listening and feeling based on what he's hearing. But even before that, you know, that I am adopting you and you are my child, you are a soul and you will become the master and you will rule over the whole world. You know, all that speaking, but also giving that experience must be common. How it must be, even we, I remember when we came in the beginning, we knew Brahma Baba, but it's not we were taking that much from Brahma Baba, but we were taking from Shiv Baba. Most of us, even I had, still I remember when I felt from Shiv Baba as mother, as teacher, as Sadguru. So we also directly took it later on through Brahma. And now also we take through both, you know, Bab Dada, from Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba. I still take lot from Shiv Baba, you know, when it's not involved the actions. It is the soul receiving from God. So,
Hmm. Yeah. So moving on to something else from yesterday. Well, no, let's stick with the love for a minute. Again, what is this, the quality of love? Because everybody will say they have love, right? What is that quality of love that makes the transformation possible?
I think when you realize, understand your relationship with God, as soon as you understand, love emerges for Baba. And when love emerges, and then you know that, well, I am child of Baba, so I should have qualities, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I don't have qualities and I keep saying I'm child of God, it will not work, right? Because immediately the feelings will come. As a child of God, I should be loving. As a child of God, I shouldn't have any attachment. I should have, you know, these realizations keep coming all the time.
So is it the child then? You know, it's like I'm thinking of Brahma Baba again, and you know, he became the master, but it was almost like as if the master was already merged in him anyway, and maybe it was by being the child that the child led him to that manifestation of the complete master. So in other words, does the child help me to reveal the master?
Mm.
Does being the
Yeah,
child?
that's also no, because when child is born and then realizes, oh, I'm the child of king, and then he start kind of growing in personality like
Yeah.
a prince. So recognition of yourself as a child helps us to become the master, like
Yeah,
Father. Yeah.
right. And what was, oh yeah, something else that came up yesterday, and it's a big one, an interesting one, was to do with how we deceive ourselves, and then the various different areas that he mentioned, but more about how to recover from self-deception. Because evidently, whatever the deception is, it's feeding us, it's giving us something, otherwise we would be free of it. And so how to recover, you know, from self-deception, like that we no longer need to deceive ourselves.
I think it's self-respect and ego, right? When what is sustaining ego is making myself feel I am this, I can do this, I'm very special. You know what we call it, self-deception.
Mm-hmm.
If there is self-respect, then you naturally, I mean, you are that. It's not only you are thinking about that. I mean, when I think of myself, God's child, I always thought, yes, I am. And it's like step by step, you feel this is what I am. It's not deceiving, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Deceiving is like self-appraisal, when a kind of like, oh, I am this, I am this. But it's not coming from inner self or personality. It's just from ego, you know. Or
Yeah.
comparison. Why can't be I like that? Why not everyone treat me like that? You cannot say to everyone, oh, please respect me, right? Or
Yeah.
please respect me in this particular way. It has to be natural, right? And it's your personality which brings the interaction from others in such a way as you are respected very much. But if you are not real,
Mm-hmm.
if you're not true diamond, and you could want to be seen as diamond, that won't work, right? If you are real diamond, you are real diamond. There are no flaws. But if there are flaws, they will be visible. So that's how I see it.
So this thing of, because sometimes the self-deception, it's not a deliberate self-deception. You don't know yourself that you're not being honest. And so how, say, when you're with people and you know that there's a difference between inside and outside, and they're not, it's not like you can immediately say to them, oh, you're doing this but you're really that. How do you encourage them towards looking in the mirror?
So I think that lot is connected with ignorance. I think even self-deception, they don't know
No.
that they're doing that to themselves. That's very much is ignorance, you know.
Yes.
As much the light of the knowledge is given to them, then darkness is removed, you know. So I think again it's the knowledge which can help them.
Mm.
Or that is why Baba says, okay, if you are child, then you should have these qualities. If you are master, you should have these qualities. And they
Mm.
are real ones, right? They're
Yeah.
not something which you are creating for yourself.
Yeah. The other thing I was thinking about is, for all of us, maybe certainly coming from different religions and backgrounds and nationalities and all of that, there was some degree of courage that was needed. We've needed courage at different times in our Brahmin life. What kind of courage would you say is needed at the minute? Now we've gotten very comfortable with our Brahmin lives, and that everything is there, and even the world now is beginning to recognize the BKs. So what kind of courage do we need now?
Yeah, when you come in knowledge, you have to have self-trust first, that I will make it, I will be able to do it. And then you need courage or power to face society and criticism from society. But then, basically, if I have to adopt to certain principles, then I need courage, right? That I'm going to eat vegetarian. I will only eat cooked by Brahmins. It's quite a big thing in the family when they know you're not going to eat cooked by them, because they feel very challenged, and they feel, oh, why? What are we? Means are we Shudras? Why are you not eating? So I think that every step, lot of courage is required. Now, courage required is subtle and spiritual. That time, courage which was required was more physical. But even now, at every step, one needs courage, I just wanted to mention that Dr. Nimla is not doing too well.
Right.
when I woke up in the morning, I said, oh, let me give some sakash and all that. And then, of course, I started thinking that she was playing such a beautiful role. Now, who will play her role? So at every step, you have to have courage,
Okay, so yeah, every step, courage. Wow. And I also heard Gita Ben wasn't well either. So, this is something, and I don't know whether it's courage or not, and especially because of the events of the last couple of days. And so how to go beyond taking sides, because, we all have this love of justice and we've been trained to think these are the good guys, these are the bad guys, which is an illusion. But there's so much sorrow now at the present time. How do we not take sides? How do we go beyond the sorrow, not allow ourselves to be affected by the sorrow, and take me to that platform where we can really, truly serve as an angel with no bias on either side?
Definitely, because the revenge and whatever is built in the soul is because of some reasons, right?
Yeah.
Whether it is between the caste, whether it is between religions, the way they were treated in the beginning, then they are holding that revenge. And then when the right time comes, they take out that, because they do not have knowledge like us. We have something in heart. We will not do if it is wrong. No, in the sense of we have power from Baba. Don't do this, don't say this, right? So we don't say or do something, but they don't have. So whatever they have to say or do, they will keep doing it. Right?
But that we're not affected by that, by the waves of sorrow, and that we don't take sides.
That's why when I was doing meditation, then they asked me to talk a little bit on attack and all that. I said, no, I'm not going to talk about, because suffering is on both sides.
Yes.
What I'm going to talk about is the peace in the world.
Beautiful.
Peace amongst all religions.
Beautiful.
Good.
So would the angel be the best place to try and share those vibrations? And certainly in that particular situation, they all have the awareness of angels.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's be the angels and do few minutes of,
thank you.
Yeah, going around and serving.
Yeah, thank you, Didi. Om Shanti.
मन का यही कथन
Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Avyakti Parivar. Thank you, Didi. Thank you, everyone. Now, tomorrow is Tuesday, Amrit Vela, 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. Evening 5 to 6, English Avyak Murli revision, followed by meditation, Hindi series, English series, and Avyakti journey, chit chat and Murli. Welcome to Avyakti journey. Avyak Murlis from 1969, speaking to the heart of an angel.
Om Shanti. This is the Avyak Murli of the 3rd of October 1971. World renewal through the virtues of humility. If you know this art, then it is already the stage of ascent. Such a soul will never come to a standstill, can never slow down. There would be intensity at every second. Anyway, there is no time now to stop. It is time to try to resolve and stop the excuses of those souls. You have now to become very mature. The time of going into the stage of retirement is coming close. Can you not see your home in front of you? Eventually, you have to finish your pilgrimage and return home. When anything comes in front of you, in different forms and in different situations, you should understand how many times you have already solved such problems and situations, and how by solving them you have now become experienced. Do you remember how many times you have experienced this? Do you remember that you have done this innumerable times? Did you cross it? Or do you think that you might have crossed it? Don't you understand that if you had not experienced this innumerable times, you could not have come so close today? Do you not know how to make this calculation? Pandavas should be clever in calculating. But in fact, the Shaktis have become number one. You should have this awareness in a clear and simple form. You should not have to force this awareness. If you have to bring things of the previous cycle into your intellect with force, what would you say to that? There must definitely be some pull of Maya. For that is why you're unable to draw the awareness of the previous cycle into your intellect in a clear and simple way. And that is also why you experience difficulty in overcoming obstacles. It is not difficult, considering the length of time you have been making effort, and considering the light and might of knowledge you have received. It should now be easy and clear. If you did something a minute ago, do you remember that or forget it? In the same way, you should experience everything of 5,000 years ago as clearly as if it only happened a minute ago. A powerful camera is able to take such a clear picture in just 1 second. No matter how far away the scene may be, it appears in front of you. Have you not become a powerful cameraman? Do you have a camera? Or do you take someone else's camera on loan and use that? Is it powerful? Does the picture of the previous cycle appear in that clearly? Your mind is also a big camera. Acha, we will continue tomorrow. Om Shanti.
Use every treasure in a worthwhile way and become an embodiment of success. An example of being karmateet. In order to teach practical actions, the soul of Brahma, who has taken the complete 84 births, has become an instrument. Becoming free from the bondage of karma, fulfilling all relationships, being in the body and yet being stable in the bodiless stage. Becoming free from the bondages of the body, being absorbed in the stage of being lost in love, using every new penny in a worthwhile way. Sakar Brahma became an instrument in his practical life. A soul who was in the bondage of karma became an example of being karmateet. So follow the Father.
हर खजाने को सफल कर सफलता मूरत बनो। कर्मातीत बनने का एग्जाम्पल साकार रूप में कर्म सिखलाने के लिए पूरे 84 जन्म लेने वाली ब्रह्मा की आत्मा निमित्त बनी। कर्म बंधनों से मुक्त होने में कर्म संबंध को निभाने में देह में रहते विदेही स्थिति में स्थित रहने में तन के बंधनों को मुक्त करने में मन की लगन में मगन रहने की स्थिति में धन का एक एक नया पैसा सफल करने में साकार ब्रह्म साकार जीवन में निमित्त बने। कर्म बंधनी आत्मा कर्मातीत बनने का एग्जाम्पल बने। तो फॉलो फादर करो। ओम शांति।